Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are well. My today's video is on some tips for the preparation of the objective section of our examination. I have already uploaded a video related to how you are going to attempt your objective paper. So this video is related to the preparation of the objective section of the examination. Most of the time, the major portion of the objective paper is mostly descriptive in nature. So this gives us a leverage to just sort out the descriptive part in our course content through which we can prepare for the objective paper. Therefore, the first tip that I want to share with all of you is sorting. Now we have to sort out the data for the preparation of our objective part within our whole subject notes, lectures, readings and whatever content we have for a particular course. The first thing is that we can sort out the main dates. Whether that is, for instance, of some incident, date of birth, demise, date of any treaty sign, enactment, ratification date, law-making date, resolution, formation of anything, any historical facts, project date, date of books published, or any research work published. So we can just sort out the main dates that are there in our course content. Because most likely you may get one or two objectives in which the examiner may ask you something related to the dates. Therefore, I would suggest you to just enlist all the major dates that is there in your readings, in your notes, in your lecture notes, and overall in your course content. Another thing which we can sort out from our overall course content is abbreviations, because mostly abbreviations are also asked by the examiner in our objective papers. So abbreviations, for instance, of any name of organization, project, treaty, political parties or any other party, computer terms, concept-based abbreviations, all subject-related abbreviations that you have discuss or they are being taught to you during your whole semester, you must sort out all the abbreviations and make a separate list for all those abbreviations. So there is a high probability that you may get some objective on abbreviations as well. Another important information that we can sort out from our overall course content is the name of author of different books or readings which you have studied in the overall your course, or the main theme or the ideas of the author. So the name of the author, the name of the book, or the main theme or idea of the author, there are likely chances that the examiner may ask something related to that as well. So you should prepare a separate list for all the authors and the books or the main themes and ideas of the author that you have studied during your semester. Another important tip to sort out is that we can also sort out the origin of the word. Mostly origin of the word is also one objective that that can be asked by the examiner. For example, the origin of the work, usually it is from Greek origin or Latin origin. So you can also just sort out the origin of important words in your course. Another important thing that we can sort out from the overall course content is the names. Mostly, for instance, the name of any country relevant in your discussion, the capital of any country, name of the head of state, ruler, people on important government portfolio, or for instance, if you are a computer student, so name of any software. So the significant names, whether it is related to any author, whether it is related to any issue, country, software, anything, the important names can also be enlisted separately, and there is a probability that you may get some objective within that as well. Then mostly we always have a theoretical part in our course content as well. So but sometimes what happened that even from the theoretical part, we or some model or framework, we get some objectives. So what you are going to do for that is that you have to enlist separately the main themes of theoretical description and model. So you should have an overall idea of the important key core concepts within an overall theoretical description, and the main core idea of the author as well. So you need to just sort out the main themes of different theoretical descriptions that are relevant to your study. Then we must always sort out different values and equation that we have studied during our course. For instance, if you are a student of economics, so all the values related to GDP, GNP, all those sort of indicators, or if you are a student of statistics, so there are different equations. So you need to just enlist different important values and equations as well, and there is a probability that you may get some objective on that as well. Moreover, we also need to enlist and prepare a separate list for different definitions and important terms that we study during our course, because sometimes, for instance, some filling the blanks, they can also come on just defining the term. For example, realism refers to, so there can be a blank 1 or 2. So if you will know the main idea and you will focus on the key core words within that definition, so you will be in a position to answer that question as well. In addition to it, we can also get the objective in the shape of short answers. Now, for short answers, you should enlist important terms, incident, concepts which you have studied throughout your course. Moreover, when you are preparing for the short answers, so the preparation of your subjective part can also facilitate you in this as well, because whenever you are preparing the subjective part, you are having a detailed study. So you should always sort out important terms, important incident and concepts from your subjective section as well, and eventually in the last you will be getting a list of important terms of your course content. Moreover, we need to understand that within our subject, every course has a different, you can say, nature. Every course has its own dynamics, and we must prepare accordingly. There would be some subjects that are more theoretical in nature, so there are more chances that opinion related questions or multiple choice questions, such questions or short answers, they will be part of your objective. There may be some courses in which there are more quantitative in nature, they are more descriptive in nature, so you may be getting more objective on some main dates or different values or equations. So we must always have an understanding of the nature of our course, and we must prepare accordingly, and it will also help us in our preparation for the objective paper. Now, broadly speaking, we prepare in two categories. In one category of students are those students who plan and prepare from the very start of the semester. And the other category of students is that they start preparing from some time before the examination. So I will always suggest you to just prepare consistently, and if you will be start preparing and you have a plan from the very start of the semester, you will start sorting out things, making notes like that. So eventually it will help you in the later stage. But even if you have started the preparation before some time that is left for your examination, so this sorting technique will surely help you, and there is some probability that you will be in a better position to attempt your objective paper. So what I would suggest you, that whether you are in your class or you are preparing in your home, so you should always have a notebook, or you can also make a separate Word file in your computer. But I will suggest you that you must also write things in your notebook, because naturally it gives a signal in our brains, and we are in a position to rewrite or rephrase when we are there in the examination hall. Moreover, another very important tip for the preparation of objective section is that during your lectures, you must always focus that your teacher is defining any term, or he or she is referring to any important incident. So you must always separately note down in your notebook about those things which are being shared during the lectures as well, because most of the time what happened that there are many terms or many things that are part of the class discussion, and the examiner can ask you in the objective as well, and they may not be in your notebooks or in your readings as well. So if you will concentrate on your lectures as well, so you may be in a position to solve some objective papers. So this was all from my side, and then I will be uploading the next video on the subjective section as well. So I am hopeful that it may facilitate you in some sense, and if you have any other idea, or if you have any other thing which you want that we should make a video on that as well, so just comment in our section box as well. I will try my best to respond it. Thank you for watching the video, and have a very good life. Good luck for your exams.